Hi everyone, it's been a while. I really appreciate everybody who's liked the videos that I do have posted, but we got quite a few coming up. I've been trying to work on my sound and video quality. As you can tell, it's not great still, but especially the sound, I've noticed that the volume is like really low on some of them, and you probably can't even understand them. It's not a surprise that they didn't get a lot of views because they're really bad. So hopefully you can hear me now, and we're trying to work on that. I'm also trying to experiment with better and different views just to kind of spice up the videos, if you want to call it that. I am trying to improve on the views into the case. Got a couple ideas on that. One of them is what you see now. So just being able to look down into the case. But I do have a third camera set up over here. And that third camera is a phone. But I may use that for like roaming and to look down into the cases. So hopefully that's going to give us a little bit better view and a little bit better quality than the phone or the webcam I have been using. I'll still use the webcam, but what I would like to do is also substitute some of it with that view from the camera, because it's a Galaxy S10, has pretty good camera. So what we got coming up are some workstation rebuilds. So we're going to take some old workstations. We're going to repurpose them by just maybe dropping in a better processor, a little bit of memory, adding SD cards for the operating, or not SD cards, adding SSD drives for the operating systems. And in some of them, a little better graphics card, but we're going to have different builds for different budgets. Some people just don't need a good graphics card. If you're not going to play games, you really don't need a better graphics card. So even a simple Quadro is going to be more than enough. If you're going to play games, a lot of these systems are going to max out at about a GTX 1060, but that should give you pretty good gameplay on most titles. Now, we do have, like the system that I'm using, a Lenovo S30. It's an older system, but it has one of the best CPUs. I've upgraded it since my previous videos. One of the best CPUs available, and 64 gigabytes of RAM and an RTX 2060 with 12 gigabytes of memory. So it's a pretty capable video editing computer, and that's something else that we're going to be looking at. And so some of the systems may have a better GPU, simply because the buyer may want to edit videos. Now, all of these computers, this is something else I've been working on. All of the computers you see me doing these builds, from now on, I'm going to be putting them online. If I don't, then I'll tell you. But most of them, if not all of them, I'm going to be putting them on my website, and I'll be posting in the links for the videos. And you'll be able to go to the website if you want and purchase the exact build that you see me do. So that's something new that I'm doing. I'm going to try to use that money so I can buy new computers, right? So I'm going to fix them up, sell them, hopefully to you, and then I'm going to buy another one, fix it up, sell it, like that. So if I can make some money off of it, that'd be great. But mostly I just want to be able to turn them over so that I can keep making videos, which I really enjoy. So what do we got coming up? We have 2 Lenovo ThinkStations P310s with Core i7 6700 processors. Not a newer processor, but still very capable, especially if you pair them with a decent graphics card like the GTX 1060. We have 2 ThinkStations M900. Now, those could be paired with a 1050 Ti or something like that, but they don't have the 6 pins, so 6 pins from the power supply. so we're not going to be able to upgrade those with a better graphics card. But for a business computing system, they're going to be fantastic. We have 3 Lenovo S20s. Now, these are the older Lenovo ThinkStations, but they're pretty good. And they'll have probably about 24 to 32 megabytes of memory, so they're going to be pretty good on the memory. And I believe they'll have 6-core processors, possibly 8, but I think they're 6 cores. So pretty good. That'll all be announced with each video. We have 3 Lenovo S30s. So a little bit newer system, and I actually use 2 of them for my day-to-day business and computing needs, like the one that's sitting right here. It's a Lenovo S30 with a Xeon X5 2667 V2. And it's a pretty good system. It works great for me. I mean, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it does a good job of rendering videos and editing videos and all of that. We have a Dell Precision 3810. I've got a Dell Precision 5810. I'm really liking those. I've always been a Lenovo fanboy, and I've gone into that before, why. They're really solidly made. But I picked up a couple of these Dell Precisions. They're really solidly built computers. So we're going to go through them and see what you think about them. We've also picked up an HP Z240. It also has the i7-6700, and it can be upgraded. The GPU in that can be upgraded because it has the 6-pin. Really like that. There's some other things I really like about that. The Z240. So hopefully you'll watch that video. We have 2 of the HP Z440s, and those are a little bit higher grade of a workstation, and different Xeon processors in those 2, but very good. And we also like the way that those are set up. I don't think they have the SSD mount, the caddy for the SSD. So we're going to have to use something for that. Don't like that as much as the Z240, but overall the computer is more powerful. So it's got some good stuff. We also have a lot of old computers that we're going to be playing with and turning them into, or showing you how you can turn them into, home servers. So why pay for Dropbox, and why pay for, a lot of these off-site storage, like Dropbox, and what is the cloud by Microsoft? These, they have their purpose, but let's face it, they're slow, they're expensive, and you don't get a lot of storage. My server in here has 12 drives, 11 of them for storage, over 100 terabytes total. So way cheaper long term and way more convenient if you need a lot of storage. I can't even imagine what 100 terabytes of storage would cost me if I went through someone like Dropbox. Their plans are like 1 or 2 terabytes. So set up your own home server. They're going to be a lot cheaper. You're going to get a lot more storage, and it doesn't have to be expensive. You can probably use an old server, an old PC that you just got laying around. It does not need to be powerful, and you really don't want it to be powerful, because powerful means a lot of power, and that's going to cost you more in electricity. So a low power PC is going to use less energy. It's going to be cheaper for you, and it's still going to get the job done. Even if you only have 1, 2, maybe 3 drives, with the size of hard drives these days, that's going to be plenty for you. So we have 3 Dell Optiplexes, another Dell that it may be an older Optiplex. I can't can't remember for sure. We have a compact also, an old compact. Very old PCs. We're going to show you how you can use these types of PCs and the different configurations, how to repurpose them, what kind of graphics card, if any, that you need. And we also have 2 Thermaltake cases, and these are really great. I believe I've showed those in some of the videos, and they have 6 3.5-inch drive bays and 3 5.25-inch drive bays. And what I'm able to do with those types of cases is get a total of 12 drives in there. So you can use a special adapter to take the 3 5.25 drive bays and turn that into 5 3.5-inch drive bays. Now, the only problem I've had with that is one of those drive bays is actually a slim bay. But there are hard drives, and I use a 1 terabyte drive because I need one anyway. I have a special use case scenario where I mirror one of my PCs constantly onto that 1 terabyte drive in case I ever need to replace it, so I can just swap it out like really quick. So you can consider that 10 drive bays, or if you want to call that extra one drive bay, that's fine. But it could also be used to house a larger, like a 2 to 4 terabyte SSD. Easily would fit in there. So that's what we're going to be doing. I hope you stay tuned and watch some of our videos that we're going to be posting. I'm not sure on the timeline yet, but as I said, the main thing is I've been trying to work on the quality, and I'm never going to be one of those super high quality guys. I'm a budget guy, and I do all of my stuff on a budget. I'm filming here on a Canon Mark II. It's a Canon M50 Mark II. It's a really good, budget-friendly Canon mirrorless camera. So that's what you got here. As I mentioned, this view is a Logitech C922. It's a very good webcam. Not so good for doing this because from a distance you get a really soft and kind of a little bit blurry picture. For the side here, using the Samsung, it's a good webcam. Now you can use these all. I'm using OBS Studio. You can use all these cameras together, even your smartphone. If you use the smartphone, though, you're going to need Droid Cam OBS. It's a very cheap program, and so you'll download the program to your Windows PC, and it'll install the plugin into OBS Studio. Then you'll install the app from the Google Play Store, and I can use USB, so I really get good real-time connectivity. So I'm using a USB. It also connects via Wi-Fi, but I don't recommend the Wi-Fi. The timing's off. I've just had issues with the Wi-Fi. I'm sure it's there. Some people don't have problems, but as I said, I've had problems. So that's what we're looking forward to. We're hoping you'll stay tuned and watch some of our videos, and maybe like this video and share it, and we'll see you soon.